Hello all you night readers, and welcome to the Wednesday evening Lenormand edition of Tarot Days and Nights. It is so good to have you all here. Thank you for being here. Getting those Lenormand cards all ready. Let me get you guys in. There we go. Now I can see you. Okay, so Yvonne and Jesse and Selena, Empress Love, nice to see you all. Xena, hi. Beautiful Aries, hello. Sailor Moon, JK. The Patel family, hello, hello. It's wonderful to have you all here. What a great feeling to have so many nice people here. Alright, so it is Lenormand night. For you, those of you who don't know anything about Lenormand night or haven't been here for that, Lenormand is not tarot. It is definitely not tarot. Completely different cards, completely different meanings, many less cards. Tarot, of course, is I say of course, maybe you don't know, maybe you do. Tarot is 78 cards in a deck. Lenormand is only 36. Lenormand is very gender specific. So if you see a card with a man, there's a card called man and there's a card called woman. And if one of those comes up, then it's specifically about a man or woman, not like over on tarot decks where if a knight comes up, right, one of the knights comes up, say, well, that could be a man or a woman. Or the queen could come up, and that could describe a man who just has the same qualities as that person, as that queen. But yeah, so those are some of the information here about Lenormand. This is the Revival Art Lenormand deck. It's very beautiful. It was gifted to me by one of my watchers, by one of our followers here. So all right, let's get started before I shuffle the faces and pictures right off the cards, right? All right, so Yvonne, looking for a family reading, a reading regarding your family from the Lenormand. These are beautiful cards, and I do love them very much. They are. There is also a Revival Art Tarot deck that is, same style as this. Same, it's old art pieces that have been reworked for tarot or Lenormand. All right, so family reading. I see where the family overall is very happy. Something happy is going on. Something really feels good right now. I mean, when I say right now, I mean like today, kind of right now. It's really a right now kind of feeling with Lenormand. When I say, when I get a right now, it's right like today, happening today kind of thing. So yeah, something happy, something joyous, something very light happened today. I think there was money involved. I think there was money gifted. I think there was money, probably exchanged as well. And I think it was I think it was a social gathering, a gathering of, family, at least, because we are talking about family, and this is all about a party or a social event or a gathering. So I would guess that, we're talking about a family gathering of some sort, and it has to do with religion. It definitely had to do with religion today. So, right, all about prayer and religion. So that's what I see. I see a very religious gathering, where money was exchanged. There was money exchanged also at this gathering, and it was very happy. It was very joyful and very light. So that's what I get for you, Yvonne. That's what I'm seeing. And I hope that makes sense to you. Yes, like in tarot, you usually read through the pictures, right? The pictures kind of tell a bit of a story, and you use that. In Lenormand, you do not need the pictures at all. As a matter of fact, Lenormand started off using regular playing cards, and if you look at some of these cards, like this here, it tells you right there what the playing card is that goes along with it. So if you took this card, if you took a regular deck of playing cards and you matched up the card numbers and you just wrote the word on the regular playing card, that would still be a Lenormand deck. It doesn't matter what the picture is. It's not the picture that's it's not the picture that makes the story. It's just the card itself. It's very different, isn't it? I know. Very, very different. So Jesse Angel, will your boyfriend you get good news next month regarding pregnancy? All right. Well, there are some cards in here that do represent pregnancy, among other things. And wow, that's an interesting turn of events right there, right? With child. So you got tree, snake, child, and key. So here's what I get from this. And I know it sounds okay. Well, that doesn't sound like anything at all. Well, but it does. It does. There is going to be growth in your family. There will be growth. And I hate to say it this way because I don't know, it sounds weird to me because that's not the way I would ever talk. This is the way I talk normally, but Lenormand makes you tell a story in ways that are different for me, very different. That's all I can tell you. Tree is all about growth and roots, right? So, of course, roots is your family tree, right? Your family tree, but it's also about body. It's also about your body and your health. So, when you put the whole thing together and you have growth and your body together, well, there you go, growing your body. Snake tells me there is something. There is someone else in the picture here. There's someone else in this picture, in this question, right? And again, this third party, this other person, this other entity, will not be around forever. They will be here for a while and then they go away because snakes don't stay around forever, right? They kind of move along. They kind of, they stay in one place for a little while and then they move on. So I get I have the child, and of course the child is all about, it can be about other things, but of course talking about a pregnancy and you get the child card, well, it's all about having a child. And key is all about unlocking a secret, finding out something that may have been locked away, something you would not have known. So if you really put it all together, right, you're going to unlock something you didn't know about a baby, about a child, something that's going to be around for a while, not forever, but for a while, is going to be growing inside your body. Does that make sense? And it's a third, right? A third party. So, I mean, does that give you an idea based on your question? Your question is specifically, you get good news next month regarding pregnancy. Basically, to me, this tells me that. It tells me that you are going to find out from a doctor that you are pregnant with a child. This pregnant will be growing in your body for 9 months. And then it moves on, right? Because then it's born. And that child is born. And now it's moved on from your body. All right. So, like I said, Lenormand is very different. You give a very specific question, you do usually get a very, very specific answer. Sometimes more specific than I want to tell because, I am an old man. I say that, I'm probably not as old as I make myself out to be, but I'm old. Older, at least. And, I don't know. I am very easily embarrassed. I am very easily, it doesn't take much for me to turn red in the face kind of thing. So talking about anything like that really does me in, and it's just, it's just the way I am. It's just me in general, but that is who I am. Plus, on top of it, I am, believe it or not, and people usually don't believe me when I say it, but I am a very shy person. I am very shy. So, you just add that on top of everything and it really makes a difference. All right, so Lena, I saw the question and I'm going to tell you. Your dad has a doctor's appointment soon. You're wondering if anything will come up that you should be concerned about. Well, here's what I think. Here's what I think from what I'm getting. And this is, it's very funny. Well, I shouldn't say it's funny, but it's very amazing that your question and these cards come up, because the first thing is it's all about, the whole idea of the reading is all about family, right? It's all about your dad. It's all about your father and, him being okay and safe, right? So our house is all about family, being familiar with things, right? But family and safety, it's all part of house. That's all part of house. Scythe is all about cutting something off. Now, whether that's actually cutting off something physically or cutting off something, that didn't come out right, huh? Or cutting off something like a relationship, like ending a relationship. You cut the relationship off. I'm going to say, then we have letter and tree, and we already know about tree. Tree is all about, it's about body and roots and stuff like that, and growth. I am going to go out on a limb and say that your father's doctor's appointment is about something that he has, some type of a growth or something that's growing on him, something small. Maybe it's just a mark or, like a spot on him, and he is concerned about it, and you're, of course, concerned about it, right? I think, of course, it's your family and the safety of someone in your family that's going to the doctor. I think the doctor is going to cut this little piece off, this little growth. He's going to cut off, and then you will get good news. Good news, because this is letter, right? It's all about news. You will get good news that this growth is nothing to be worried about. That's what I see for you, Selena. I truly hope your dad's okay. I really do. You got to know, you got to remember, of course, everybody has to remember, no matter what, my readings are entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor. I don't know. I would never, don't ever take my advice to see or not see a doctor, or, what a doctor's actually going to say or not say. I am not a doctor. I couldn't even diagnose a head cold if I had one. So, just want to throw that out there. But I can read cards. I can read cards, and that's all I'm doing. Remember that. That's my goal, is to read cards and help people. And hopefully the things I tell you from what I see is helpful, because that's my goal. That's my whole goal with every single show that I do. All right, Empress Love. I'm so glad you're here. It was nice to have you. It was nice to have you at MPT show today. I love having when she and I do shows back to back, because we have such a crossover of people between the two shows. People from my show go to hers, people from her show come to mine, and it's great. It's absolutely wonderful. So, all right. Is your sister manipulating your parents against you? Wow. All right, let's see what we get. Okay. These are beautiful cards, aren't they? They do have beautiful images on them. All right, so you have mountain, clover, fish, and key. Mountain, clover, fish, and key. Mountain tells me that there is definitely some type of an obstacle that you have to get over. You've got to get past this obstacle. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to use some very careful thought to get past this whole thing, and you're going to have to make a you're going to have to really use some good problem solving skills. It's going to take a little bit of luck, and I think you need to be optimistic about what's going on in your family right now. Okay? I do think the obstacles, the mountains, are blocking your way to feeling good, about feeling good about your family. I really do. I think that's blocking that whole idea. I think that, yes, your sister is trying to be very slick, right? She's being a little slippery, like a fish. She is being slippery. And I would be willing to say that you are, once you get over the barrier here, right? Once you can get past this barrier, get through this challenge, I think you have the key to unlock the door that's, that gives you the answer to what's happening with your sister, if she's being manipulative or not. I think it's a big secret right now. I think it all seems like a big secret right now. And the problem is you just can't get to the answer because you are hindered by these challenges. This slows you down, right? It slows you down from finding out the truth. And that's why I can't give you any more than that information, because right now you're slowed down. I can tell you to be optimistic about it, right? I can tell you to have some hope. It may take some luck, right? It's clover. There could be some luck in there. But someone's being very slippery, like a fish. And it's going to take you to get past these challenges to get to the key that opens the door to the problem and to the answers. All right, you got to get past this part first. Of course, I know your follow-up question is, okay, what's the obstacle? I think the obstacle is your sister. I think your obstacle is your sister. You got to get through. You got to get through her. Basically, you got to get through her and talk to your parents one-on-one, right? One-on-two. And without her being there. So if she works and you have off, or, if she's going to be out and you're going to be home or whatever, those would be good times to talk to your parents when she's not around. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you, Empress Love. I don't, again, the mountains are the barriers, and you can't see past the barriers. So there's not a whole lot more that I can give you about that because of for that reason, right? For that reason. All right, Ms. Maldonado, how are you? Will you see Stephen on Saturday? All right. You got Moon, Crossroad, Book, and Woman. Moon, Crossroad, Book, and Woman. So, I think you are intuitive to a point, right? I think you can feel whether or not this is going to happen on Saturday, right? I think you can feel it. I think you can get those butterflies in your stomach if it's a bad thing or if it's a good thing. However you feel when things are good or bad, that's how you're going to feel. You should be able to get that feeling, and you should know whether or not it's going to happen. I think you're afraid, though, that it's not. I think you're kind of afraid and, basically having nightmares to the point of, to that length, because you're afraid that this is not going to happen on Saturday. So you have to make a decision, right? You're going to have to give it very careful thought, because now you've come to a fork in the road. You've come to a crossroad, and you have to decide which way you're going to go. Do you, if Stephen says no, he can't see you Saturday, what do you do? I think right now, Stephen is a big secret. I think he feels like there's a big secret. He's not the open book, right? He is not an open book to you. He's very closed, things are very hidden from you about him. Anything about him is very closed off. It's not open to you. You are not able to get that information, right? That's what I see. The reason he's not open to you is there is someone else that he has been talking to. Of course, it's a woman. It would have to be a woman. Okay. That's what I see, Xena. I know. It doesn't sound like good news. He's, is he talking to a woman? Yes. Is it, does it have to be talking about anything like important? Not exactly. Nothing in there tells me it has to be important discussions. These are beautiful cards, Empress. Love. They are very, very beautiful. Yeah, the energy in her show is wonderful. I hope it's as wonderful here as it is there. I try to make this show as good as I can for everyone. And I know we both try to help as many people as we can help. And that's always important, right? So, all right, beautiful Aries, you have a weekend love reading for you and your boyfriend. What's going to happen this weekend? I'm going to tell you now, if I get lilies, we are not going to talk about it. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? If I get Lily, I am not talking about it. Oh, this is going to be quite the weekend. Do you only see your boyfriend on weekends, beautiful Aries? Tell me that. Please tell me that. If you can. Hi. Do you guys only see each other on the weekends? Lily is another card I am not very comfortable talking about. Hey, Fairy Wren, welcome. I'm glad you're here. He is like an hour and 45 minutes away, so you don't see each other very often. You only see each other probably, mostly weekends, right? Okay, so here's what I have, and this is killing me. I told you this card was going to come up before I turned them over, did I not? I said it as everyone else in this room is my witness. I said that. Tree, right? Tree is all about growth, growing that relationship, making it bigger, making it better, right? It's all about the relationship and romance and having that very emotional, romantic feeling, right? Having a relationship that is very close with emotions and romance and passion. Sun says, of course, the weekend is going to be wonderful. It's going to be happy. It's going to be joyful. It's going to be light. It's going to be light and shiny and beautiful, and the weather's going to be nice, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And then there's Lily. Then there's Lily, that I don't like to talk about. So Lily is all about sex. I know, you would never think so. Lily is the sex card. And that's what your weekend, this is what your weekend consists of. Growing your relationship, right? Strengthening the romance, sex, and good weather, and beautiful days and happiness. That's your weekend love. That's your weekend love report, beautiful Aries. I kid you not. This is the truth. You can look them up yourself. That's the truth, I swear. Yeah, I know. What is Lily? Yes. Lily is a card. I embarrass very easily. My ears are burning right now because they are so beet red. I can feel it. I don't have to see it to know. I can feel it. So, just saying. I am just telling you. Yeah, Lily. And I called it, didn't I? Did I not say to you, oh, if I get lilies. Yeah. Sailor Moon. What NN wants you to know? What does NN want you to know? What does NN want you to know? All right, well, you have Stork and Clouds. Stork, let me get those out there. There you go. And you can read along, right, if you can see them. Stork and Clouds, Clover and Bear. Stork, Clouds, Clover, Bear. So, I think things are getting better. I think NN wants you to know that things are getting better. NN wants to create something with you. But I think it's all very unclear right now. And I think you may be feeling very confused about NN's intentions. I think NN has some type of surprise coming for you. I think you should be it should be something you should be optimistic for. Something you should be happy about. Because I really think NN is all about strength and stability in your relationship. So I am thinking that that's the story with NN. I think NN really does want to surprise you with something. Wants to surprise you with something. You know, they're the strength, they're the security in whatever this relationship is or will be at some point. But the problem is right now things are very unclear. They're very, very unclear. You cannot see through the fog, and things seem to be very confusing. But things are getting better with you and NN. Things may not have been good, but they are getting better. All right? That's what I get for you, Sailor Moon. That's what NN wants you to know. All right. JK. JK. Let me put your question up there. There we go. You'd like to know about your future husband, please. Okay. I'm getting to the point in the chat where you guys have answered questions or said things back to me after I've done readings, and I'm finally reading them. Jesse Angel, yes, it's good to have you here. Thank you. Good to be here, you said. I say good to have you here. I told you more about your situation, about you becoming pregnant than you knew, and yes, it makes sense. So that's awesome. I'm glad I could do that. And Selena, oh, that's very nice of you. I am one of a kind. You know what? The world couldn't handle two of me. My mother said when I was born, they threw away the mold. I said, don't worry, Mom, it's growing back. The mold, get it? I know. It's a bad dad joke. Bad dad jokes. I told you the other day I'm going to be a grandfather. It's like Harry Potter. If any of you have ever seen the very first Harry Potter movie, when he puts on the sorting hat. Now, some of you will understand this and some of you may not. But if you've watched Harry Potter and enjoyed it, you will remember that he puts on the sorting hat in the very first movie, very first book. And the whole time he has the sorting hat on, he keeps saying to himself, not Slytherin, not Slytherin, not Slytherin, anything but Slytherin, right? Because he does not want to be put into that house, that Slytherin house. Well, every time I deal these cards out, I keep repeating in my head, not lilies, not lilies, not lilies, please no lilies. And sure enough, I got lilies again. Selena, wait a second, I just saw this. Your dad has a cyst on his back before and it seems to keep coming back. Oh my God. That is, that's just spooky, right? That is just a bit spooky that when you get something so right like that, because that's, I consider myself to be pretty okay at reading cards. I'm getting, I feel like I get better all the time. But when I get something like that's so specific like that right, it really scares the crap out of me. All right, JK, you'd like to know about your future husband. Your future husband is going to be... You have Scythe, Coffin, Lily, and House, by the way. Unfortunately, I think your future husband is not going to be the best for you. I think the person you believe will be your future husband, let's put it that way. I don't think you'll actually marry this person, because I think there will be too many. I think you're going to think in the beginning, this is my future husband. This is who I'm going to marry. And then the fighting will start. And then someone will want to cut off, right? Scythe, cut off the relationship. They will want it to end. Coffin is all about the end of something, right? Well, I say right, you guys don't know. You may not know, or you might know. Somebody the other day told me they mainly read Lenormand, and I so much want them to contact me, by the way. But yeah, you cut off the relationship because there's a lot of fighting. Coffin is about endings, about grief and loss. And that's what happens when you break up, right? So I think this person and you will break up before you become married. I think you will continue to see them at times because of the sex. Oh. You didn't hear me say that out loud. And I think the other reason, of course, that you would continue to go back and talk to that person would also because they did seem very warm and familiar to you. And it's easy, right? Just to go back. It's hard to go forward with nothing. It's much harder to go forward with nothing than it is to go back to something familiar. Does that make sense? And that's what I see. I see you going back to something warm and familiar to you. I don't think this is going to be the person you find that you think is going to be your husband, though, is not going to turn out to be your husband. And if you do end up with someone like that and you get married, this fighting is still going to cause an end. So that's what I see. That's what I get for you, JK. I know. I told you guys in the beginning, Lenormand gives you very specific answers to very specific questions. All right, let's see. Who donated to me? Someone donated. Happily Ever After donated. Would Raza see me as a wife to end up with? And does he have determination to get you? Is he determined to get you? Does he see you as wife material? Oh, Banshee, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you being here and posting my show into your group. Thank you. I understand more about what it's all about now, Banshee. Thank you. It makes much more sense to me now. All right. So does Raza see you as wife material, basically? And is he determined to get you? Well, you know what? He sees you as the woman that he wants to be with, right? You got woman, snake, stork, and fox. He sees you as the woman that he wants to be with. I think, based on the cards, of course, I think that he is very, very tempted to move forward with you, but he's tempted to do it. I just believe that he is scared to do it. Right? He thinks you are the woman to be with, right? You are the woman. You are woman. Here you are. You are the woman. He's just very tempted by a lot of other things right now. Those things are keeping him from you. But things are getting better. Things are getting better. I just believe he is very clever. He's very witty. He just feels like he can get away with things right now with that and not have to make that commitment. He doesn't have to do anything for it. He doesn't have to make the commitment because you're just willing to do whatever it is that he asks. He feels like he can, here and here, he feels like he can deceive you into doing whatever he really wants you to do. And with this, it's all temptation. But this goes away. The snake goes away. Fox is going to hang around. Because when he's a fox, he does not think, he thinks he is outsmarting everyone. That's what I see. So, does he see you as a wife? Absolutely. You know what? The thing is, that's the sad part about all of it, is he sees you as that woman. So, that's what I get. That's what I get for you, Happily Ever After. Thank you for your donation. I do appreciate it. I do always appreciate your generosity. Alright, let me see. I do choose questions at random. I don't miss anyone on purpose just because I don't want to read for them. That has nothing to do with it. It's all donation. I'm sorry, it's all random choice. Donations take priority. they get first readings if people donate. That's why I went right to Happily Ever After, because she did donate. And I do stay around after the show if there are more donations. But yeah, the show is usually only an hour long. We're 15 minutes away from that. And I've got a lot more questions than I have time to make. So if you want to guarantee a reading, then yes, you would have to donate. I do pick the questions at random though, so it's not I like one person better than somebody else or anything like that, or any other reason. Yeah, Selena, I hope your dad's okay too. I really do. You know what I saw. You know what I read for you. And how scary right it was. But I also saw that I think, with when you had the letter card, that was going to be good news. No lilies. Yeah, your ex is going to contact you, all right? I think your ex really weighs you down. I think he works on you and works on you and works on you until he wears you down, until you're overwhelmed. And then you get to a point where you feel like, okay, well, I guess I'm safe. I'm safe with him. I'm safe with my ex. I shouldn't say him. I don't know if it's him or her. I'm safe with S, my ex, and I will move forward with whatever it is that they say that we're going to do. Of course, it's going to be something happy, right? They always play it as something happy and something joyful, right? You get a very clear idea that that's what they want from you, is something to have happiness with you. I think if your ex contacts you, I think it will cause you stress and anxiety. It'll kind of eat away at you like mice do, right? They eat away at everything, right? They eat everything like Pac-Man. I think it would eat away at you if your ex called. And I think the only reason your ex is going to call is for sex. Yes, I said it. Okay, fine. I had to say it again. So, yeah, that's what I get. I think, yes, your ex is going to contact you. You're going to get very overwhelmed by it. He's going to wear you down till you say, yes, it's okay. But it's going to eat away at you. It is going to eat away at you. And whether or not you end up with the lilies, you really have to think about that. You really have to think about that one. Hey, Gio, you're new here. Welcome. If you would do me a favor, please subscribe, hit like, give me a click on that, what do you call it there, the notification bell, so you can get those notifications every day. I'm here every single day, twice a day. And I also send out daily tarot tips. Now, tomorrow I'm thinking I might do tomorrow's daily tarot tip with Lenormand cards. Maybe that's the way I'll go. All right. Let's see. All right. You don't know how they feel about you at the moment, but will you and your ex, P, get back together? Let's see. Sorry, I was reading some other responses to to the readings that we did, because sometimes there's important stuff in there that people just need a quick answer or so on. And I'm just getting the feeling that beautiful Aries enjoyed the lilies too much. I had a feeling. No lily, no lily, no lily. All right, so will you and P get back together? You do not know how P feels. P is your ex. All right. I think you, Geo, are very, I think you're loyal, right? You're very loyal. You're very warm. You were a good companion to P. I think P is very familiar to you. They feel very safe and warm, and you feel very at home when you were with P. Okay? That's what I'm getting. I believe there are hidden things going on right now with P that you don't know about. If they're hidden, you wouldn't know about them. But I think P knows, I think P has things going on in their life that are hidden from you that you just don't know. They're secrets, right? It's a secret, basically. They're not an open book to you. Not like they used to be, right? P used to be a very open book to you, but now not so much, right? You've split up. You're not there anymore. I really believe this is going to cause you a burden, right? That is your cross to bear. That is going to be the pain that you will feel, because honestly, no, I don't see where you and P will get back together. I don't think P feels the same way about you as you feel about them. Because like I said, I think there's other things going on in their life that you don't know about. And I think once you find that out, that will probably cause you some pain, unfortunately. It's going to make you sad. It'll make you sad to a point, right? You will feel like they have crossed you. Crossed, I know. So that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for you, Gio. I am sorry. I hate to give bad news during a reading, always. But I have to be honest, and I have to give the truth, right? It's always important. The deck, JK, the name of this deck is the Revival Art Lenormand Oracle card deck. There you go. Revival Art Lenormand by Tarot Studios. Yeah. So it's very strange. Is Tarot Studios that makes the cards is in Italy, but the cards get shipped. When they came to me, they were shipped from Russia. Which, the way things are right now with Russia, I don't know how. I don't know how they ever got through, but they did. It took a couple months. All right. Dr. Positive Tales. That's cute. Your long distance friend WJ wants a relationship with me. Or is he just fooling around as there was a communication break? So basically, does your long distance friend WJ want a relationship with you, or is he just fooling around? Is he just, kidding and joking and teasing? Yeah, Lily. I should have known. WJ does not want a relationship. I'm just going to come right out and tell you. Yeah, WJ. So I almost thought it was G for a minute for some strange reason. WJ does not want a relationship. He wants a woman to have sex with for a short amount of time so that he can have fun. I know that was the quickest reading he ever had, right? But that is so clear in these 4 cards. There's nothing clearer than that in these 4 cards. Unfortunately, So, does that make sense to you, Positive Tales? I know. Didn't expect that either, did you? I didn't either. Oh. Happily Ever After. Donated again. Thank you so much, Happily Ever After. I do appreciate that. You have another question somewhere, I bet you. Let me look down here and see what I can find. Geo, it resonated for you. I'm sorry, but I'm glad it made sense, but I'm sorry that it wasn't positive like you wanted it to be, I think. Or maybe you just wanted to know. Maybe you just wanted to know and you weren't really looking for it to happen or not happen. Yeah, positive, Dr. Positive Tales. I'll tell you, it. Like I said in the beginning, Lenormand does tell you things very specifically exactly what it is that goes along with your answer or your question. But I don't think that was what you were expecting. It wasn't what I was expecting. It's never what I'm expecting, though. Lenormand surprises me every single week. This is all because I keep psyching myself out for this stupid Lily card. I'm going to tell you, Lily does mean other things, but it just has not meant them tonight because the things that we're talking about in the question are not about the other things that card means. All right, so you had a first-time call with a guy called Amrish. What are his feelings or impressions in regards to you? Did he see you happily ever after? Has he seen you? Does he have the picture that you have here on your YouTube channel? Is that you in that picture, by the way? Is that you in your little thumbnail picture there? I believe his feelings and impressions. So I clearly see here with the birds that you had this communication with him. You were talking with him. Absolutely. Birds is all about communications and text messages and talking and making small talk, right? Because they're small. Birds are small, right? Even the peacock isn't terribly large, so it doesn't have an ostrich on there. But, birds are quite small, and they are small messengers. So you have small messages, like a text message or phone calls, right? Things like that. But it's all about, just small talk, right? Small talk. I think the two of you talk about interests. What interests each of you? Different interests that you have, things that you could do together. And then I think that was basically the end of the conversation. Now, like I asked, has he seen you? And is this your picture in the little tiny thumbnail down here? Because I think after the call, if he saw you, because this picture is a very nice picture. It puts you in a very nice looking light. Let's put it that way. And I think he has this feeling of next time he talks to you, he would like to joke and make some type of an innuendo kind of thing, right? Have a little more conversation with the woman, which is you, right? Woman is you, that has a little more of a sexual overtone to it. Just a little bit, just as a joking around thing to see if you are willing to go in that direction with him. If you would have that kind of a conversation, just a little bit, just as a joke kind of deal. You may say something and he will say something back to you that is funny, but in a way it has a little bit of a sexual undertone to it. And that's what I think happily ever after. That is really what I think. All right. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense? I hope. I do hope. All right. Well, it is 7:00. I am going to pick one more question. Unless I have another donation. I have to look. Let me check donations real quick. Nope. No more donations. I will pick one other person, and then we will see. Love says, question, will my toxic ex who got married a month after you broke up with a new girl, he miss you at all, or is he happy? So does your ex, who was very toxic, also got married a month after you broke up to someone else, of course, is he happy with this other person, or does he miss you? You truly loved him, but moving on so fast after treating you so bad made you feel worthless. Of course it does. It takes away your soul, right? It takes away your self-worth. It takes away your self-esteem. It takes all your confidence out of you. It takes a lot out when someone treats you like that, right? When they play mind games and things like that. Let's see. So this is my last reading. Unless I have donations after this, then I'll go and I will still do donations. All right. I think you, love, should have gotten, I think you should have gotten the message when you ended the relationship. Right? Basically, this is all about a message. You got letter, coffin, stars, and tree. All right, let me go there, tell you what you have first. All right. So letter is all about messages. It's something to inform you. You needed to be informed. You needed to know something, right? You needed to know that this was going to be the end, right? Because coffin is all about ending something, the end of things. It's all about, mourning and grief and loss. So you knew when you ended this relationship, it was going to be sad. There was going to be that mourning for you and that grief and that loss and all of that. And you should be aware. You should be informed that that was the way things were going to be. However, you of course had hope that things would go better. You had hoped that the relationship, that he would come begging you to come back, basically. You really wanted him to beg for you to come back. You thought he was really that into you at the point, and you wanted that to happen, and you didn't. And you looked for guidance and you couldn't find it, and then he found someone else. He found someone else, and then he got married. Boom, right away. And now he is putting down roots with this new person. And that's the problem. You had to know when you ended it, that it was over. But there's a good reason it was over. Right? There was a good reason for it to be over. You did everything that you could, right? That's what stars is. It's telling me all about hope and inspiration, right? All about that. If I show you the bottom card on the deck, I have broom. Broom. Here, I'll put it right down on top here. I have broom. To clarify things a little better, broom is all about arguments and fights and constantly hurt feelings, and someone wants to sweep away, right? Broom, sweep away the pain. They want to sweep away the pain from someone who was very overbearing, somebody who was very powerful, thought they were the authority figure, liked to show their strength. They liked to show just how strong that they really were. This would be the man, right? This would be eating away at you. This is eating away at you all the time. And you just could not see it. You couldn't see it. You were an open book to him. He just wanted to have something much bigger than he really had. And he wanted you to keep giving him whatever it was that he wanted, because he was happy and successful to the point where it didn't matter how things were with you. So again, you had to get the message. You had to get that message that things were over. Things were not going to be that happy, family, familiar, safe kind of thing, right? You were the woman that got hurt, and you got hurt because somebody deceived you. Someone lied to you. Someone constantly was betraying you. And there were always temptations that someone else saw as being better than you. I know, that was a lot of cards, right? That was a lot of cards. Look at them all. But it told quite a story, didn't it? Love. It did tell quite a story, and I got to tell you, I think that was the spot-on story. Look at you. You got the last reading of the night, and you got the long reading. I used almost half the deck. I used all these cards, and there's only that many left. Almost half the deck. It was a good reading. good reading. It's not so great for you, I don't think. I don't know if it's exactly what you want. I think you want him to miss you, right? I think you want him to beg for you to come back, but it's not happening. That's not going to happen. He's just going to... And you know what? You are so much better without him. You are so much better. Because all he's going to do is drag you down. He's going to drag you down. He's going to drag down your inner strength. He's going to drag down all of your self-confidence. He's going to take all your self-worth away. He's going to take away all of your self-esteem. All the selves, right? Self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth. He's going to take all that away from you. You don't need that. I said it before to someone else. It's harder to move forward into nothing, into not knowing. Oh, I'm making you cry. I'm sorry. I feel terrible. But I'm going to tell you this anyhow, because it's true. It's much harder to move forward into something that you don't know, right? Into the unknown, than it is to go back, no matter how bad it was. It's a lot easier to go back, no matter how bad it was, to someone who you had been with for quite a while. But moving forward is much more difficult to break away from, right? Because over here is the unknown. You don't know what's coming. You have no idea what's over here. This is your future, right? This is the future going this way. This is the past. The past is the past. We don't need that. But the future is this way. And you know what's at the end of the line here? Is going to be somebody who cares. Somebody who wants to take care of you. Somebody who wants to help you. Somebody who wants to make you feel good. Somebody who wants to build you up, not tear you down. You are, let me tell you, love, you are going to meet someone. You are going to meet someone. You'll meet someone. Look. Someone's coming. There's the ship, right? Someone is coming. It's going to be from a distance. This might be an internet dating site. Things will be getting better. This person will make you feel like you are lucky that you found them, and they are willing to make a commitment to you. So, look at that. Look at that. I just told you a wonderful, wonderful story about your future, about someone else coming along. Someone's coming from a distance. And again, this might be internet dating. This might be an internet dating site. Things get better. They feel lucky to have you. And they want to make a commitment to you. Not bring you down, but raise you up. Raise you up. All right. So, all right. That was my last reading. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you so much. Love. You don't have to cry. Things are going to be good for you. You will come through this with flying colors. Things will be wonderful for you. All right? It works out in the end. It will work out in the end. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can say. I can only tell you, hey, that things are going to work out. All right? I did that little tiny reading right there really quick for you. Well, it wasn't tiny. It was the same size as everybody else's reading, but I did that other reading for you, and it gave you a very bright looking future. Something to look forward to. So, thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. Again, tonight was our very special Lenormand edition of Tarot Days and Nights. We do this every Wednesday night. If you guys enjoy Lenormand, if you enjoy that, then, every Wednesday we do it. And maybe I'll do tomorrow's daily tarot tip with Lenormand cards. What the heck, right? All right. Well, until tomorrow, I will see you all then. 11:30 a.m. 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, every single day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to me on YouTube and get those notifications. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for all being here.